And then, in the meantime, I would have gone back to the station to look into it myself. Oh, wow! Will the traveler's long-serving voice...
Cut it out, both of you!
Oh, you're a real trooper, Yoimiya. This must be one of the furthest places you've ever delivered to.
I promised Ito that I'd supply fireworks for his festival. I wasn't about to go back on my word.
Hey, Toma, Yoimiya.
Traveler, Paimon! Cool.
Well, looks like I owe the Arataki gang a huge thank you. If they weren't putting on this event, who knows when I would have gotten to see you next.
You hear that? In case it was too subtle for you, Toma's complaining that you guys never make time to come and visit your old pal.
That's true. Obviously, traveling...
Of course! Oh, I heard this really cool thing I gotta share with you guys! So, Ito says that the theme of his music festival comes from a story about a dog that saved animals. What do you know about this dog, Toma? Everyone...
For once, no. But assuming this really happened, I feel like this is a dog who managed to sneak in and out of a war zone. As far as I know, the Shogun...
So you're saying it was the Sangonomiya troops?
That sounds kind of far-fetched if you ask me. Do we really think...
Okay, well if it wasn't Sangonomiya...
Right. So, in my view, it's more likely that Mr. Dvorak... I mean, he's an artist, right? Isn't rock music about expressing...
Kinda like fireworks in a way.
Yeah, that sort of makes...
I'll take it. And on that...
This Miss Hina looks very familiar.
I was thinking the same...
She really is the spitting image.
Of who?
Goro, come to me, hey!
Oh, hello, you two. It's been a while.
I'm so happy to see you again. I was just asking Shinobu if she knew where you were.
This is a nice surprise. Paimon didn't expect to run into you two at an Arataki gang music.
Oh, I barely did anything. A reader for my That's Life column was asking for advice about it, so I figured I'd help. Her Excellency was also...
An international rock and roll music festival sounded like a good way to attract tourists. And it's to bring attention.
Yeah, apparently it has something to...
Oh, you know.
Yeah.
Probably because we've answered that question before. Mr. Arataki Ito came to ask us about it a while back.
Yes, of course. Does Miss Hina look familiar to you at all?
Oh!
But you don't remember...
She probably just looks similar to someone you know. Like how the Traveler looks similar...
I see. That does make sense.
Traveler, let's get out of here. Paimon didn't realize so many people we know would be here. Better get practicing or tonight could be super embarrassing. Come on, let's head to the jam zone. Mr. Dvorak, you're still here!
Sure am. I've been checking over the equipment. Shinobu was telling me how popular light novels are here in Inazuma, so I've tweaked the melody and lyrics for a more Arataki gang.
Light novels plus rock music, so...
This event couldn't have happened.
What? You got rid of the dog? But
Yes, but that's all it was.
spirit?
The spirit.
Okay, should have seen that coming. Fair enough. Paimon's gotta get practicing.
By all means, be my guest. Here's the music score and lyrics.
Let's see. I got reincarnated as an Oni Kabuto and flipped the world upside down. What sort of song title is that?
Soft rock, actually.
No peeking! You can hear Paimon's gonna rock some.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight is a night to celebrate, and I trust you're all having a wonderful time. It's been a non-stop rock and roll ride this evening, and we're almost at the end. But first, it is my huge honor to invite two very special guests to the stage. The illustrious Mr. Arataki Ito and Miss Paimon. The two of them will be performing a brand new I got reincarnated as an Oni Kabuto and take it away!
Raven took an arrow to the heart, and the Bakedanuki shapeshifted into dark.
I, weasel thief, hereby bequeath all my mora. 200 goes to my pa.
300 to dear mama. Poor little General Crab, only a shell remains.
Unagi, goodbye. Now rest in peace. Please don't cry.
'Cause we'll get reborn as a beetle next time.
Oni Kabuto, raise your heart.
Here's to a world beyond the storm of rosy skies.
So that's rock music, huh? It's a little different than I imagined.
Really? It's different from what I'd heard before.
So, how'd you like my performance? Did I dominate this little melon here or what?
Okay, Bull Chugger, you got owned and you know it.
Oh, stop it, you two. I think both of you are sensational.
Here, here. Really mind-blowing stuff, guys.
I call it a draw. You're very evenly matched.
You think? Okay, well, what about you, my compadre? Who do you think is the most rock and roll? Fine. My compadre wouldn't lie to me. Rock on, Mini Melon.
Let's not argue anymore. I owe you all an enormous debt of gratitude. Without your...
Don't mention it, Jack Attack. Hey, if we hadn't met, I wouldn't even...
The spirit of rock and roll? So what does it mean?
It means you rock up, rock out, roll the dice, and roll with the punches.
Yeah, that's obviously not what it means. Mr. Dvorak, could you please...
An official definition? I don't know that one exists. It's an emotional experience, as though you're hearing your own story speak to you through the music.
Funny you should say that. I was just thinking that the spirit of rock and roll is, well, guess I have a better sense of rock and roll than I thought.
What about you, Yoimiya?
Oh, well, I thought it was gonna be all about that dog, but then the song didn't even mention. Was that supposed to be symbolic? Like, if the dog didn't exist, maybe there was no injured animals, then that means there was no war, which means...
Oh, so for Yoimiya, the rock and roll spirit is all...
Me? I hadn't given it all that much thought. I was mostly worrying about whether those paper notes Boss threw into Tenshukaku are going to get him in trouble with the Tenryo Commission.
That must mean that for Shinobu, the rock and roll spirit is about keeping the Arataki gang safe.
Shinobu, seriously, you've got nothing to worry about. If the Raiden Jogan had seen any of those notes, she'd have come to...
Paimon agrees that you don't need to worry. Otherwise, Heizo definitely would have arrested Ito, but wait, where is that guy anyway?
Oh, Doshin Shikanoin had to run back to the station, so he didn't get the chance to say goodbye to you guys. As for the other two, they couldn't stick around because they had a government meeting to get to.
The fact that these busy people all made time to attend the party is telling. Clearly, Ito, what can I say? It's truly been an honor to work with you.
Well, Jack Attack, I can't take all the credit. Let's not forget the Traveler's part in all this. A lot of people only showed up because they knew she'd be here. If we do this again, we gotta make sure to find a way to get her on stage. How's that sound, compadre? Get that rock and roll spirit ready, because next time it'll be your...
Your Excellency, I believe the Tenryo Commission detective is...
Don't worry about it, Goro. The Puppy Union was a joint venture between us and the Yashiro Commission. If we can maintain secrecy, then all the better for it. But we saved some lives, and that's what matters.
I was more worried about the potential impact on your reputation, Your Excellency. After all, if someone with an agenda finds out, it could cause an uproar.
Don't worry. There might be a way to make it work out in our favor.
Really? How?
Times have changed. We and Narukami Island are supposed to be working together, so it's not necessarily a bad thing if people discover that we were already cooperating with the Yashiro Commission even during the war.
I see.
Goro, if you want my opinion, you should be more concerned about Miss Hina than you are about this.
Miss Hina?
I hear she works for That's Life magazine as well. She's young, popular, pretty. And she seems to be just as good at offering comfort to people in need as you are. So it looks like...
Understood, Your Excellency.
I learned something new today. I never knew that the Hydro Nation's rock music had the power to stir up lightning.
Miko, a few days ago, some strange paper notes flew into Tenshukaku, demanding that I hand over the dog. So I am here to see what on earth it was all about.
I just assumed you must have gotten yourself a pet puppy.
As it happens, I also received an invitation letter via Sara. I've never heard the name Arataki before, but they must be one of my subjects, and so I thought, why not grant them their wish?
Ah, so you came here to make a little Oni's wish come true, hmm? So tell me, how do you plan to respond to the Fontanian musician? It sounded to me like his music was commenting on the war.
The war. I'm not sure we can give him the answer he would hope for. But if nothing else, I know that we must avoid another war at all costs. The people cannot be made to suffer like that again.
But what if the bigger war comes to pass? What then?
If it cannot be avoided, I will have no choice but to fight.
Well, if that day comes, I'm sure that everyone here tonight will fight by your side.